The story opens on Colony World Theta 7, a peaceful human settlement on the outer rim of known space. The colony is home to 50,000 humans who have built a simple farming community. The Galactic Empire, a massive alien confederation led by the reptilian Vactar species, has recently expanded into this sector. Main character's introduction. Tom Baker, colony administrator, former Earth military Lisa Baker, Tom's wife, colony Dr. Jake Baker, their 8-year-old son Commander Rex, Vactar, military officer Admiral Stone, Earth Defense, Force leader introduced later. The setup. The Vactar Empire considers humans a minor species, useful for labor, but beneath their notice otherwise. They've been taking human colonies one by one, forcing them into servitude under their rule. Most colonies surrender without resistance, knowing they cannot fight the Empire's advanced technology. The fatal mistake. Commander Rex arrives at Theta 7 with his fleet, demanding immediate surrender. When Tom tries to negotiate peaceful terms, Rex grows impatient. The alien commander orders his troops to make an example of human defiance. In the chaos that follows, young Jake Baker is caught in crossfire. The child dies in his parents' arms as Vactar soldiers look on with cold indifference. Rex dismisses the death as acceptable casualties and continues his demands. The moment everything changes, Tom Baker, holding his son's body, looks directly at Rex and speaks words that will echo across the galaxy. You don't understand what you've done. You've just declared war on the wrong species. The part ends with Rex laughing at the threat, calling humans soft mammals who cry over one death. He has no idea that every human colony has a hidden quantum communicator linked directly to Earth. Earth receives the news the quantum message reaches Earth within hours. The death of Jake Baker spreads through human space like wildfire. What the Empire doesn't know is that humans have a unique trait among galactic species. They consider all humans family, regardless of which world they live on. The response begins. Admiral Stone, head of Earth Defense Force, calls an emergency session of the Human Council. For the first time in decades, all human factions unite with one purpose. The death of one child has awakened something the galaxy has never seen: humanity's collective fury. Hidden strength revealed. The Empire made a critical error in intelligence. They believe humans are weak because human colonies rarely fight back. What they don't know is that Earth has been secretly preparing for this exact scenario for 50 years. Deep in Earth's moon, massive shipyards have been building vessels using technology reverse engineered from crashed alien ships. The human fleet has been hidden, waiting for the day when diplomacy would fail. The gathering storm. Ships begin moving throughout human space. Colony defense forces that appeared to be simple patrol vessels suddenly reveal hidden weapons. Mining. Ships transform into troop transports. The entire human infrastructure was designed with one purpose: war. Rex's growing concern. Back on Theta 7, Commander Rex notices something strange. Human colonies throughout the sector have gone completely silent. No communications, no trade, nothing. His scouts report unusual energy signatures near human worlds. When Rex contacts his superiors, they dismiss his concerns. It's just humans, they say. What could they possibly do? The warning ignored, an old Vactar general tries to warn the Empire. He remembers ancient records of a species called humans, who once fought a devastating war among themselves. The records were classified as myths. The part ends with massive human fleets moving through dark space, converging on Empire territory. The galaxy is about to learn why humans are the only species that named their music blues, and their stories tragedies, because they understand that the deepest pain creates the strongest resolve. First contact with human fury, the Empires. Outer worlds begin to vanish from communications. Vactar patrol fleets sent to investigate never return. When a major Empire base goes silent, High Command finally takes notice. The human way of war. The Empire discovers that humans don't fight like other species. Where aliens conduct honorable battles with formal rules, humans wage total war. They hit supply lines, communication hubs, and civilian infrastructure. They use the Empire's size against them, striking everywhere at once. Psychological warfare. Before each attack, human ships broadcast the same message. This is for Jake Baker. The Empire begins to realize they're not fighting a government or military. They're fighting an entire species that has declared blood vengeance. Rex's realization? Commander Rex, still on Theta 7, watches his reinforcements get picked apart by human forces. The colony he thought he controlled has become a trap. Tom Baker, now leading a resistance cell, shows Rex security footage of his son's death, playing it on repeat. Every human in the galaxy has seen this, Tom says quietly. Every human knows my son's name. You killed one child, and now 50 billion humans want you dead. The Empire's confusion. High Command cannot understand human tactics. Other species fight for territory, resources, or political goals. Humans seem to be fighting for something the Empire cannot comprehend. The memory of a single child they never met. Alien psychologists try to explain human behavior to Empire leaders. They fail completely. The concept of species-wide emotional bonding is unknown to them. Escalation. As human attacks intensify, the Empire responds with increasing brutality, destroying entire human colonies. This only makes the humans angrier. Each atrocity adds fuel to the fire, creating more martyrs for the human cause. The part ends with Admiral Stone delivering a message to the Empire. You wanted to rule over humans. Instead, you'll learn why. We're the only species in the galaxy that has a word for vengeance. Asterisk full-scale war. The conflict has spread across dozens of star systems. The Empire's vast fleets, designed to intimidate inferior species into surrender, find themselves fighting an enemy that refuses to be intimidated. Human innovation. Necessity drives human creativity to new heights. Engineers design ships that can ram Empire vessels and survive. Soldiers develop tactics that turn the Empire's technological advantages into weaknesses. The humans begin using the Empire's own captured technology against them, but modified with human engineering, more efficient, more deadly, and completely unpredictable. The Empire's desperation. For the first time in their history, the Vactar Empire faces an enemy that might actually defeat them. Panic spreads through their leadership. Some suggest negotiation, but how do you negotiate with a species fighting for emotional reasons you cannot understand? Rex's downfall. Commander Rex, the alien who killed Jake Baker, becomes humanity's most wanted target. Human special forces hunt him across the galaxy. When they finally corner him on a remote station, Rex expects torture or execution. Instead, Tom Baker shows him something worse. Images of Vactar colonies being evacuated, their civilians fleeing. In terror. Now you know what it feels like, Tom says, to watch your people suffer because of choices you made. The breaking point. A major Empire world falls to human forces. For the first time, the galaxy sees Vactar soldiers retreating. In panic, the species that once seemed invincible now runs from human ships, bearing the symbol of a small Earth child. Internal collapse. The Empire begins to fragment. Species that were conquered by the Vactar see human success and begin their own rebellions. The galaxy realizes that the Empire's power was built on fear, and humans have shown that fear can be overcome. The part ends with Empire High Command facing a choice: escalate to weapons of mass destruction, or find a way to end a war they cannot win. The final confrontation. The war culminates in a massive battle above the Vaktar homeworld. The Empire makes its last stand with everything they have, while humanity brings the full might of their united species to bear. The human victory, superior. Tactics, unbreakable determination, and fighting for something greater than themselves gives humans the edge. The Empire's fleet is shattered, their homeworld occupied, but humans don't seek conquest. They seek justice. The reckoning. Tom Baker stands before the Empire's high command in their own throne room. The aliens who once dismissed humans as soft. Mammals now kneel before a grieving father who became the symbol of humanity's wrath. "We didn't want this war," Tom tells them. "We wanted to live in peace. You forced us to show you who we really are." Justice for Jake. The galaxy watches as the Empire formally apologizes for Jake Baker's death. A memorial is built on Theta 7, not just for Jake, but for all the innocents lost in the Empire's expansion. Commander Rex, the alien who pulled the trigger, faces human justice. But instead of execution, he's sentenced to spend his life working to rebuild what the Empire destroyed, a punishment that teaches the value of life rather than simply ending one. The new order. The Vaktar Empire crumbles, replaced by a coalition of free species. Humans become the galaxy's protectors, not through conquest, but because other species ask for their help. The galaxy has learned that humans possess something unique, the ability to fight not just for themselves, but for ideals, for justice, and for people they've never met. Tom's reflection. Years later, Tom Baker visits his son's memorial. Ships from dozens of worlds bring flowers, species that never knew Jake Baker, honoring the child whose death changed the galaxy. Was it worth it? Lisa asks her husband. Tom touches his son's name carved in stone. Around them, children from a jaw. Dozen different species play together in safety, protected by the peace that Jake's sacrifice helped create. Ask them, Tom says, watching the children laugh together. Ask them if one child's life was worth a galaxy free from tyranny. The legacy. The story ends with a quote that becomes humanity's motto in their role as galactic protectors. "We remember every name, we mourn every loss, and we ensure that no child in this galaxy ever dies alone and forgotten." Jake Baker's name becomes a symbol throughout the galaxy, proof that every life matters, and that some species will go to war to defend that principle. The galaxy learned too late. The humans don't just fight for territory or resources. They fight for love, for memory, and for the simple belief that a child's life has infinite value. Final line. The Empire thought they were dealing with just another minor species. They discovered they had awakened sleeping giants who fight not for conquest, but for the radical idea that every life is precious.